Hey, what's up everyone? Ryan here, and I'm back with another College Football 25 Kentucky Dynasty Mode Series video. Today, we have a Week 4 matchup of the 2027 year between Ryan Gamer and this incredible Kentucky Wildcats team, ranked number 2 in the nation, facing off at home in Lexington versus the Indiana Hoosiers. A rivalry matchup, a matchup that you don't see too much anymore, but this is going to be a blast. Now, I do want to say, we should win this matchup by 30 points or more. So Indiana, looking at their depth chart, they had the worst roster that we played so far this year. Western Kentucky was a way better team than this Indiana Hoosier team from a roster standpoint. So we should crush them. Now, remember I said that when they end up crushing us in Lexington, Kentucky today. But what a year this has been so far. Took down Stanford 24-10 in week 1, had a bye week in week 2, and then in week 3, we crushed Western Kentucky 49-3, right? Our team is unstoppable in the run game. We need to get dialed in more in the passing game, but with the way our Power O and run game is looking, I don't think there's any team that can stop us. Now, next week, we go into South Carolina to start Southeastern Conference play. So we'll get the ultimate test there against a ranked South Carolina team. I think they're number 20. I do want to point out, I am feeling under the weather, so I'm not feeling the best right now. So if I talk less or my voice starts to go out, that is why. And this might be the only Kentucky Dynasty episode this week. I don't think I'll be able to record another episode this week. I'm not sure yet. We will see. But today, we're going through the top 25, the top stories. We'll take a look at the conference standings as well to see if there's been any other games, the Heisman watch, of course, and then dive in to the Week 4 matchup. If y'all get some enjoyment, drop a like, subscribe for more, and like always, if you'll want to go ahead and jump ahead to the game, I have timestamps for you all in the video description below. Okay, so starting with the first top story, a huge conference battle today between number 9 ranked North Carolina and number 10 ranked Stanford. Stanford is looking to get back on track. They dropped to this incredible Kentucky team in week 1, right? They went on to win last week, but they really need to take down North Carolina this week. I mean, this is like a college football playoff matchup already happening here in week 4. And then next up, Florida upset Pittsburgh 24-14. The upsets continue. A huge win for the Gators. They really needed that one, and Pittsburgh is going to fall big time in the rankings. And then next up, a huge battle between two top 5 teams. You got number 4 Utah. They scored on the final drive to take down number 5 ranked Kansas State. So huge win for Utah, a Big 12 battle there. And wow, a rough loss for Kansas State, but hey, it happens sometimes. But look at the receiver there for Kansas State. 7 catches, 95 reception yards, and 3 reception touchdowns. That's a pretty good game for their wide receiver, Bo McAllister. And here's a look at the updated top 25 through the first 3 weeks of the year. You got Utah number 1, sitting with the record of 4-0. Kentucky number 2, Alabama, Oregon, Missouri, Michigan, Georgia, Kansas State, North Carolina, Stanford, Washington, Nebraska, Pittsburgh, East Carolina, Clemson, TCU, Vanderbilt, Liberty sitting there at number 18, Charlotte number 19, LSU 20, Virginia Tech, South Carolina, Toledo sitting up there in the top 25, Ohio State, and Arizona. Interesting for Ohio State. They're 1-2 on the year, but they're still hanging on to that top 24 spot. That's a rough start to the season for Ohio State. They had a great year last year. They lost to us, right, in the semifinals. That's how we got to the national championship. We had to get through the number 2 team, which was Ohio State, and we did. But yeah, Ohio State's having a rough start here to the year 2027. And exciting stuff here on the Heisman watch. Look at this. Trayvon Drayton, the running back for Kentucky, is now the number 1 player on the Heisman watch here. Last game, 18 carries, 208 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. Our offensive line and fullback Chris Stacy have dominated with the run game. I mean, Trayvon Drayton should win Heisman if he can stay healthy. That's the big question mark, right? He could not stay healthy a season ago, and unfortunately was not able to get enough stats for the Heisman, which I think if he wouldn't have got hurt last year, I do think he would have won the Heisman. Taking a look at the conference standings here, just real quick. Let's take a look, of course, at the SEC. Texas has had a conference game. They're 1-0. Conference play has not really started for most teams, but Texas won and Tennessee lost. So that was the only conference game so far. So big win there for Texas, huge loss for Tennessee. Crazy thing is, with the SEC, you lose one game in the conference, you're probably not making the Southeastern Conference Championship, right? I mean, let's see. This team, we've won 3 national championships in a row. How many Southeastern Conference championships have we made and won? Let's not worry about it, right? Let's not worry about that question right now today, everybody. But it's time to take a look at this Week 4 matchup here in the 2027 year, our 4th year in this dynasty. You got number 2 Kentucky Wildcats facing off against the Indiana Hoosiers, who are unranked. Worst team by the numbers we played so far this year, especially taking a look at their depth chart. But as you all know in this game sometimes, when you play on Heisman difficulty like we are, anything can happen. But we should crush them. We're 93 overall, 92 offense, 94 defense. They're 80 overall, 79 offense, and an 81 defense. And yes, Matthew Horn has been the difference maker. He has dominated on the defensive side. I think he had 2 sacks last game, or maybe 3. Brian Robinson had like 2 or 3 sacks going into the last game. He did not get a sack in the last game, but he's still dominating. And our offensive line and our fullback, Chris Stacy, are the best in college football. It is not even close. It is time, though. Kentucky versus Indiana, a rivalry matchup you do not see too often. This is going to be awesome. I am so ready for this. So let's go ahead and pick the uniforms here. Since it's Indiana, we've got to go all blue here for Kentucky, right? Definitely wearing the all blue. They have still not fixed the blue socks. They're still not blue. So they still have not fixed that. And then you can tell none of the developers play as the Kentucky Wildcats, right? None of them play as Kentucky, or they would change it. Let's go red pants for the Indiana Hoosiers here. And yeah, that's actually awesome. That's what we're going with right there. Let's go ahead and dive on in. Week 4 matchup, our last game before Southeastern Conference play starts. Let's crush the Indiana Hoosiers. Come on.
Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up.
Never gets old. We are UK.
The Hoosiers will put total leather to crank us up.
All right, let's play some football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will have the first possession of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys. And it's
should we tell Indiana? Should we tell them welcome to Chris Stacy's world, right?
Got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come
our old baby.
Control. It means so much. We know that the fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Smashes through.
And welcome to Trayvon Drayton's world. Looking at their depth chart, we should be able to rush for 350 yards this year. I mean, this game, maybe more.
They competed everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat
Look at Chris go.
So many national championships.
Good block, 76. That was a good block. I should have spun or something.
David, everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
Should I try to throw one to Chris Stacy once for you all? I'm doing it for you all. Can he catch? Well, his catching is at 30.
SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Yes, he can.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling.
He caught it
right there. That was an awesome job. First off,
wow.
There at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him to
Power O every play? Well, probably. We do have Trayvon Drayton. We just don't want to get him hurt, so we can't run it to him every play.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy.
I love this team so much.
They're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Flags flying as the pass is incomplete.
Okay, let's go back to running. Was it intentional grounding? Yes, I was just hoping it went into the direction of a receiver.
This offense has a second down play.
That's why we run.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, but
we're the only team who would run on 3rd and 19 and have a chance to get it. And I'm really thinking about running this football. I really am. Is that crazy? No, they don't have a good secondary.
Anything is at your disposal.
Yep, they don't have a good secondary.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch.
Okay.
And they got him.
We should have ran it.
Down for the sack. Kentucky sends out the punting.
You never underestimate a team, and that's what we. And that drive, every time we had to throw, bad things happened. And this is not a throwing team this year, even though I thought we would be. I don't catch that yet.
The 35-yard line.
You know, we got the young talent, Honeycutt and Guerrero, but their pass rush looked incredible.
Is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
If we lose this game, Ryan Gamer might be fired as head coach.
That's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic.
We might be fired.
Yeah, and feel okay. It's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality. Let that win.
You have to be kidding me.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Hoosiers headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Oh, no.
And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
That receiver found the open space.
Everybody remained calm. This is looking like our typical start to games on the defensive side.
Covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Grabbed in the backfield.
Okay, team, you better wake up fast. I need Godfrey to pick off this football right now.
Second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it.
I hope.
Gets it into the end zone, but
it looked like holding.
We'll have to check out the laundry.
Thank you, ref.
Amazing how many times an offensive.
I mean, it did look like holding, though, so what are you going to do?
Can overcome it. This crowd knows this defense needs them right.
Let's get another pick with Storm Livings, the bus player from our first recruiting class. He's turned out to be good.
Fires to the tight end.
3rd and 2.
That's just a very easy,
no, you're not hurrying up on me.
He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And I'm doing a quarterback spy.
And not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Trying to pick it up on the ground.
That is what we do. Soles Jr. is so good. That's why I ran a 4-3 there. Get our linebackers in. Let Soles Jr. make a play. Big time play.
Seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some
Big Blue Nation with the block on that one. That's all the fans. Their kicker is rattled. When you play away, it's insane. I do that all the time. We almost blocked it too.
For this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field
Welcome
against
to
a
Lexington, Kentucky.
Really good defense, and you have an opportunity to get points. You gotta capitalize
The
on them
17th
now, and that
toughest
will
place to
sting a
play
little bit because
this
I thought
year.
the offense did a good
Now
job
in real
of
life, sadly, Kroger Field ranked as one of the worst home field advantages as low decibels. Low decibels when the other team played. So Kentucky, Kroger Field was one of the worst in college football this year. It's crazy to think about. It's just crazy to me.
They think they can create space here with a run to the right. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous. And
We don't need to throw it.
Good job getting him down there, but we got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into
no.
home runs.
Indiana knows the game plan against us. If you can stop the run, you have a huge advantage.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass.
I'm looking
How
at
about
Dan
this?
Honeycutt,
Seeing
the
run
freshman.
Aggressively getting downhill and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Dan Honeycutt, what a diving catch.
You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions.
And I'm doing play action here.
Off play action on first down.
Oh no.
To beat the D deep. And it falls in.
It's a good thing that was a bad throw. If that was a good throw, it's picked off for a touchdown.
The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because
Okay, this doesn't even look like the same football team, does it?
So much.
What is
All
happening?
throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular. That's why
I did say if you overlook anybody, right? I haven't overlooked them, I don't think.
On third down, he drops the
That's
throw.
perfect.
Makes the grab.
And I love the awareness.
Rashard
by the wide
Dugans is hard to
receiver on
guard.
that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure
That's
that he
holding.
got the first down.
And the runner is
I
down.
think it was Chris
and so
Stacy.
is the
No, it
flag.
was Sanders. I mean, it was. You can't
Will
deny
repeat
it.
The previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff.
Chris, why are we missing blocks on the second level? Like,
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that.
hey, at least we have time of possession.
Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second.
We need Big Blue Nation right there. We need that energy from Big Blue Nation. Come on.
He's looking to throw. Slings
That's
it.
perfection. Unfortunately, Stephen Bullock led Sanders just a bit too much. That would have been an easy play. That would have been like a 15-yard, I mean, longer than 15, 25-yard gain probably.
Making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great
Let's go.
concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Okay, let's get Chris Stacy lead blocking here and see if we can get a good play.
37-yard line. Trying to hit the sideline on the right.
That's a great block by 76. That's Ramsey out there.
First down every time, 2nd and 6.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run
Look at
plays
this Guerrero, everybody.
tackle the back every single play. Physically,
He's not
you have to
open.
get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
I should
Pass is in,
I should never have thrown
completed.
that.
They might be fortunate it wasn't knocked
Never.
free for a fumble. It'll
Nobody
be
was
third
open.
down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire.
That's perfection.
He finds his man.
There's a reason third down
Okay.
is called the money down.
Come
What
on.
a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver.
Patterson's in the game. Let's see if Patterson can make a big-time run.
It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
Our quarterback has a lot of wear and tear right now. Did you all see that? That is not good. He's taking some shots, though.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Come on, Chris Stacy. I want to see a pancake block so bad.
Try to get it to the edge.
I cut up too soon.
He gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
This is a hard defense.
We run the
to
Ryan
the
Gamer
outside
slot
against
corner.
because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to
I'm going to change
sideline.
Dan
At the
Honeycutt
point
to a
of attack
short
as they
in
shut
route.
down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do on defense? We bring in
That's
all the
perfection.
big
That's all we
bodies.
need.
There's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back.
This was not what I was expecting in the first half of this game.
Plays here left too.
They'll throw it on first down.
I'm not going to take a sack or take a sack. I'm not going to fumble that, so that's why I slid. Chris Stacy, you know what to do. Come on, Chris.
They get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions.
That's what we do. Kentucky football. Smash mouth football right there. Come on. Get your coffee, whatever you're drinking. Cheers.
Sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
We needed that big time. I mean, luckily the Hoosiers missed the first field goal. They were moving the ball on us. We stopped them in the red zone, held them to a field goal. Big Blue Nation comes up strong. Home field advantage.
As they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier
here we go.
comes out ready to go. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating.
That's on me.
I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more, but Jesse,
I should have crushed him with that hit.
And just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Working the middle of
Way
the
to get up
field,
there.
and it's complete. The
Good
Hoosiers
tackle
brought
from the
to
sophomore,
ground, but
Dylan
down
Rowe.
before picking up the first. Here's this offense with a fresh set of
So I'm doing a
downs.
cover 2 shell. I'm running cover 3. We'll switch it up, but
They'll go to the ground.
that's it right there.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the
I tell you, our
27.
cornerbacks are
And
getting
the
up there,
Hoosiers
making
racing
some
to the line
plays.
in the hurry-up. They have
Let's
had
show
to
2, run
wear
2
that
now.
beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches,
Oh, no.
the fans. You know, David, coming
It
into
is a
this
good
game
thing we
this
got
time,
pressure.
they
I
wanna put out
abandoned the
much
middle of the
better.
field. The quarterback was not able to throw it because he didn't have time.
All week leading up into this game,
We got to run a spy here.
In the locker room, you know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
On 3rd and long, try to convert.
That's incredible. Brian Robinson did that against Stanford. Now, against Western Kentucky in the Week 3 game, he did not get a sack. But first game, what did he have, like 3 sacks? There's another one.
He showed you all his tools on that sack.
He's tough to block. Clearly, the Indiana offensive line didn't even try, but that's a huge weakness. I'm telling you all. The roster, the offensive line and defensive line of the Indiana Hoosiers should not be able to compete with us. Now, they have competed with us in the first half somehow, but they shouldn't be able to.
And the return man has no place to run, no place
Like,
to
that's no
hide.
disrespect to Indiana. It's just that from a roster overall attribute standpoint, they just don't have it on the offensive or defensive line. Clearly, their defensive line's looking pretty good.
This is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the
Wait,
football.
Trayvon Drayton
Welcome
hurt
to
again.
modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my
He's getting there.
playmakers, make
He's
quick
not hurt, but
decisions,
he's
and
getting
really
there.
put defenses in a difficult situation.
Unloads to the wideout.
Okay, our quarterback is leading our receivers way too much, but they're laying out for it.
Well, nothing the DB could do on that.
Incredible
That was actually
catches.
great coverage defensively, but that's just a better
We
play
got
by
plenty
the
of time.
receiver diving and
I
making
see
that
the
catch.
time. Don't you all worry.
Down to the
I know
35
everybody
on
yells at
1st
the
and
screen
10.
whenever we're 2 minutes. Like, Ryan, wake up.
Yeah, and the running
I'm
back didn't
awake.
get much here, but you know, you clearly want to always establish
promise.
the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Throws toward the end zone.
That's perfection.
And touchdown, Wildcats.
And
That's
what I
what
love
that
about
play
this.
is
He
designed
sets some
for.
formations on offense
Brandon
that
White
respect
last
the
year,
defense.
Sands this year. You talk about a route, and what a throw. How worried were you all that I did not see him wide open over there? I was more worried about making that throw. It's still not an easy throw to make. That's a sophomore quarterback who's had accuracy issues this game. If that's a bad throw, it's a pick. Great throw.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
Lob to perfection. Like I chose the right input all the way there. Just a great play. I love that play. Brandon White scored on that multiple times last year.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago.
It's an outside post and an inside will.
And found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats
This is how it should be. We should dominate against this team. Like, it shouldn't be close.
You don't want to react too much.
It already feels like a loss that it's 14-0 right now.
One with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
That's picked. Come on, Dooley. Perfect time and use your pick. Come on. Let's score again.
You think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is.
Oh, I picked the same play. Well, it might work.
It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover,
Nope.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. And
Look at plays to Dan Honeycutt. Go
Go
line or go double post. I like it.
More of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Right down the middle.
It's a bad throw, but the freshman makes a big-time catch. Come on. Let's look at a play to Guerrero now. Let's get them both involved. Why not?
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds.
Not a
they'll try to
word,
put up a
YouTube.
three
Not-
before halftime.
Not a
And the
word.
holder will place
I
it
can't
down
make this
on the
the
left
excuse
hash,
of not
a
feeling well today because it's just
47-yard try
another gamer ability YouTube video, right? Okay.
He's got it.
What a kick.
Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
I'll see you in the second half. I've got nothing to add about that drive. I'll just see you in the second half.
In our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise we saw just that in the first half today. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package, and his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Hey, nobody saw the last part of that. Welcome back to Gamer Ability. I'm glad you all took a step back after that interception. Yeah, we got a field goal, and that's what matters. Let's just play football.
Deep to get the second half underway.
Worst clock management ever. I've had like one good game of clock management, and that's it.
And the returner will
And how
be
many
brought
games have
down.
I played in this video game? Let's not worry about it.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They
Enough.
start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
and they're going to have to be really aggressive in this. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And
That's
if you look at
picked.
the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Dylan Rowe.
Nothing has gone
You
their
don't
way in the
knock
first
that
half
ball down,
offensively,
you
and
pick it and
know
take
now,
it to the
based on how this
house.
defense is playing with their confidence that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back. in
That's
this
pitiful.
Hand off from the shotgun.
That's how you hit Godfrey.
Not much there. They'll
Come on.
give him 1 to the 14.
He's trying to
And
spy.
the
You know he's going to look to
moving
run.
quickly to the line.
Come on, Brian Robinson, get through.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through
That's a
the
pick.
air.
You can't throw that on Dooley. You just can't. That's a pick all day, every day.
Going instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
No respect for our secondary. They watched our secondary last year.
What a day.
This is a different secondary.
Already,
Last year, you
I might
could get
try
away
my
with that.
hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
What a block. Who did that?
He's run out of bounds.
Who just bowled him over. Now, the problem is our running back is getting wear and tear. Look at that. I mean, when you give him the ball 40 times a game, he only got it 18 last game. So Sanders is so good. He's such a good route runner. He's hard to guard. Drayden, you got more in you, right?
Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone. Handoff from the gun.
Yeah, he's moving slow right now.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains.
Give him a break.
First down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Coming up, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long
Can't be mad at
arms.
the offensive line. I can't really be mad at our quarterback either. I held the ball too long.
The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
It's definitely a fumble. Yeah, that's on me. I mean, you can't blame the quarterback's carrying because I shouldn't have put him in that position, right? You can't put him in that position. It's all right. Accept responsibility, move on, right?
Just forget that.
Let's go, Godfrey.
Right.
Come on.
It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
I was not expecting a run on second down. Okay, I'm gonna run man here. We have some good cornerbacks at man, especially the young talent.
Into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores and fast.
Perfect time to be in man. Our defensive line hit the offensive lineman Lawrence there into the running back to make that tackle. That's hilarious.
This offense just can't.
This is what should happen. They should not be able to move the ball on us.
Now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get
our defense is too good.
So far, not a lot of success.
Something we did not say last year.
Sail out of bounds, no chance for a return there. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said,
I should have easily had that first down. I juked a little bit too much.
No, that's not what he said.
Trayvon Drayton is hurt. Like, we need to take him out.
You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games.
I mean, are we going to block? Okay, there's a couple decisions we have to make right now for health. Stephen Bullock is getting crushed. His wear and tear after that hit's going to be up there. Let's put Ajayi in for a drive just to give the quarterback a little rest, and we're going to put Tremaine Stack in as well.
He let his offense down on that last drive, so you know that
we can't risk an injury when we're up 17-0, and our backups are good.
To get a stop on third down from the 44. And he can't complete the first pass.
You got to catch that. I'm going for this.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation.
Here's the thing.
Still playing disciplined enough to play the pass.
It should have been caught. It was often a defensive lineman in coverage there, and I knew we could throw around him, but our wide receiver dropped it.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
You have to be kidding me. We said one drive. I was trying to give the quarterback a break. Our backup comes in for one play, fumbles the football on a quarterback sneak. Are you kidding me? How do you fumble the football on a quarterback sneak? Well, let's see how it happened. Actually, let's actually watch that back and see. This is how you do it right here. That's a strip. Look, he stripped it. You cannot fumble the football on a quarterback sneak. I can guarantee you that Ajayi will not get another shot this year at quarterback because of that play right there. I'm going to pause the video, take a screenshot here, and our offense just can't get anything going. You know, we have to give a lot of credit to that defensive line for Indiana. I don't know how they're doing it with their overalls, but I mean, they're getting the job done. They are winning the battle against our incredibly stacked offensive line and fullbacks. Like, what?
Say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Desperately.
How are we getting outmanned by their defensive front?
Gets set, first down.
Wake up. Like, what is happening?
Running back searching for a hole.
feel like I'm starting to lose my voice.
Oh, no. Before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Hoosiers want to move quickly. He'll do it himself.
That's a great quarterback keeper.
40, there he goes. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
I mean, we are keeping our defense is trying to stay alive, but your defense can't stay on the field this much. They're wore out. Like,
off the play fake on first
that's
down.
how you play, Matthew. Come on. Matthew Horn.
And the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Just play football, team. Just play football. Simple.
Drive here on 2nd and 15. They're looking for an advantage.
That's it right there, Dylan Rowe.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense.
Dylan Rowe has dominated. Excuse me, I do feel like I have lost my voice, so no more talking.
And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical.
I mean, Soles Jr. and Dylan Rowe have dominated stopping the run. So is our defensive line. That's how we play, though. We win games because of that.
Just nowhere to
Offense, wake up.
For the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they
Like,
had to
you're
match
getting
their
embarrassed right
physicality.
now.
Let's see if they can keep it up.
I thought Dan Honeycutt could take that. I should have just not done that. Should have took it for a touchback. All right, Tremaine Stack, make a play.
They'll toss it to the left.
If Rodriguez gets out there a little bit quicker.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality.
Wait, this is a touchdown.
Up in a good spot.
Quarterback will audible.
This is a touchdown to whoever wants it, really.
He's back to throw on
Dan Honeycutt wants it.
He's going to let one fly down.
Cuts like honey.
And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Yeah, see, that's the thing about our offense. You can load up to stop the run, but you got to watch out for 99 speed, generational talent, Dan Honeycutt. Get out of here, Indiana. But I mean, that's how you stop us. You have to try to stop the run and put pressure and hopefully miss throw.
He showed it to all of us right there.
We can't deny Indiana's defense. They've done a great job. That almost worked. They almost got to the quarterback. That's how you stop us. You eliminate the run. You put the pressure on the quarterback. Man up. You might make a big play. And Dan Honeycutt says, no. First reception touchdown for the freshman, right? He had a punt return for a touchdown. This is a defensive game. Our offense, I know, looks like the cool part of the story. 24 points. No. Defense pitching a shutout. Just incredible football.
Unleashed a furious offensive attack and reminded folks there on the farm of what things were like when Bill Walsh.
We knew this game should have been close, but honestly, this feels like a loss in a way because our team has not looked good.
Iron, and you just know a top 15
offensively.
matchup like this is going to go a long
But when
way
your
to
team
help
cannot
the
look good and you're still up
foundation
24-0, yeah, that's pretty good. I guess you could argue that, right?
Ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second.
I love
short.
this video game so much. That's how you play. Come on.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Guys, this offense is already
Let's make a play.
reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive.
I got outplayed there. I got absolutely outplayed there. Like, that is heartbreaking. That is absolutely heartbreaking. You can't. I was there, and I missed the tackle.
They'll ride the hot hand.
That's how you play. Brian Robinson says, hey, don't worry, I got this. Don't you worry, I got this. It's a good thing he does because we don't.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky
Hey, one quarter left. We've got it together. 230 passing. Rushing, they've dominated. I mean, we have to give so much credit to that. Somehow, that defensive line, whatever game plan they had, they've won the rushing battle. I don't know how they stopped us, and they deserve to be celebrated for that. I mean, we have to give credit when credit's due. They deserve a lot of credit for that. Not an easy offensive run game to stop, but they've stopped us. They've stopped us beautifully.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice.
Get the pressure on him. Come on, Brian Robinson.
But they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense.
We took out the tight end he was looking for, and he was trying to dump it underneath. Matthew Horn says, no, no, no.
You can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the
I'm telling you, our defensive front might be up there on the Heisman list. They have done incredible.
Right there, getting the sack.
Dooley has 2 picks, right, on the day, too. So, like,
they'll go for it on 4th down.
Everybody's playing.
And pick up the first down. Going over the top.
Young talent, 99 speed back there. That's the sophomore. Rhodes. First year last year struggled. 98 speed though, or 99. One of those. Good acceleration. You can't beat him deep. What a play. Honestly, he did get beat deep there. If the quarterback does a better throw, it's probably a touchdown.
It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
I mean, I think we put Drayton back in for now. And I understand that he could get hurt, but he's had plenty of time to rest, and we want him to win Heisman.
It's going to be tough sledding.
Let's just not get him hurt,
They're
obviously.
trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late.
Why is this wear and tear still? Never mind.
They're going to be loading.
Look at the top right. His entire body.
Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next.
His entire body is hurt. You're kidding. How you holding up? How you holding up, Drayton? I'm fine, coach. As he's just as you can tell, he's just hurting everywhere, walking to the sideline. I'm fine, coach.
They'll run the toss.
I don't know how Indiana has done it. I am shocked.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. They've already put 1 field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out.
I tell you, the converted punter to kicker has been a game changer. He's done a great job. And I've gotten a lot better.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
28-0, everybody. Or 27-0.
Out of the end zone.
Couple good field goals this game, too. Our defense has stole the show. I mean, Indiana has somehow shut down a run game. I am still shocked at that. How do you stop our power O? Chris Stacy, our fullback, has not had a good game. Our offensive line has not had a good game.
The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to
somehow we've posted 27 points because our defense.
You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And their secondary was not good. Still, they got pressure.
Takes the easy one to
try to strip it. No. Good hit.
Stop trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much.
I love this team. This is going to be a fun year. I'm not convinced there's an SEC team that can even beat us. Remember I said that, but remember I said that after we go to South Carolina next week.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong when sometimes QBs miss and it's an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab on the right. Got a lot of running room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game.
The problem with the buzz match coverage there is for that play right there. And they can beat you deep. If the quarterback reads it right, they can really beat you deep. And that's exactly what happened there. Because you could get 2 players kind of bunched up because they're trying to switch positions. And it's just, it was the cornerback that did not get back quick enough. That was a really blown coverage there. When there's 2 people, there's one person who should be able to make that play, but he's got to get back quicker. We have way too much speed to allow that to happen. Sorry, defense. We should have had a shutout. I should have done a cover 4, though. You could blame the coach for that, because why was I running a buzz match coverage in that situation? I shouldn't have. Cover 4 drop, play over top, knowing that they're trying to throw deep. Oh. Of course they're going to onside kick. I think the game is over, but I like their heart.
The deficit is huge.
You never give up, right?
They'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick and they get it right back.
We need a new hands team. Can we watch this for a second? I know you can't pick your hands team. This is the first time I've ever seen an onside kick work in this game, so of course it's Indiana. What is our team doing? That's a freshman. Guerrero. That's Guerrero. That's a freshman, everybody. And freshmen, if you all know, in this video game, freshmen make more mistake than any other position. It's just like the way they do this video game. Awareness, composure, freshmen make mistakes. That's just a freshman making a big mistake.
Right, you got to kick the top of the football, get a good bounce, get kind of lucky, right? Like it's got to bounce off the guys, and the kick team was ready.
Play over top.
Bounced on the football, they got the ball and got some momentum.
Godfrey, silence him.
Floating away. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just.
I'm going to start running a spy.
To avoid the hits. The Hoosiers are in the hurry up.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it
That's
positive.
a pick.
Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack.
Good
Great
try.
job making something out of nothing.
I'm going to run 2 spies here.
The offense is looking for an explosive play to try.
That's how much I trust our
get
coverage.
them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Got his man quickly.
Really too much
nice
trust,
job
I guess.
By both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
I want to pick so bad with Godfrey.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play
Godfrey
alive.
just guarded
That's
2
what you
receivers on that
expect from a
play.
senior. Don't give
That was
them
pretty
any
awesome.
Extra yards. Great tackle there. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Now improvising. Trying
Matthew
to make
Horn on the
magic with
spy.
his feet.
Let's go.
And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker.
What's this formation?
On 4th down, they'll pass.
Quarterback keeper. Nope.
Fires to the middle.
He dropped
They
it.
can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll
Okay,
turn it
just
over.
run the ball.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team. And now
Our
they're
offense
gonna
had,
really
I know
need
we
their
scored
defense to
27.
get
Our
some
defense
stops
has won
in
this game. They get the
football
true MVP, but our offense has got to get it together next week. And we live or die apparently by the power O. And when that power O is stopped, and our running game in general is stopped, it's hard for us to win ball games, clearly.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to.
That's football sometimes, right? You just got to find a way to win. It's a good thing this game wasn't close because they had a shot.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
I thought it was a terrible throw. Clearly, it was the most perfect throw you could ever ask for. And what a catch!
They focus a ton of energy on how they're
That is the best thrown ball of the year. What? Really? Stephen Bullock has struggled with accuracy. This is the best thrown ball I have seen, I think, in this video game. You cannot throw that any better than that. You look at this, you're like, there's no way that's open. And some of you might be saying, why did you throw that, Ryan? I don't know. But this is why, because Stephen Bullock. Nobody can get to that. That is just a perfectly thrown football. Realizing the speed of the middle linebacker too slow. Dan Honeycutt. This is why we got this generational talent receiver. That is a tough catch. It makes it look easy in double coverage. What a throw, though. That's the throw of the year. I mean, what?
This defense gives up a couple more.
Really, like that is insane. Now, I don't think Trayvon Drayton is going to win the Heisman after today. I don't think he did enough. And he's hurting, and we can't risk putting him back, getting him hurt. It's 27-7.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back.
But yeah, I mean, you shut down our run game, you have a chance that their offense could have handled our defense. I did not think they could. A 79 overall offense gets a 94 overall defense. Good luck.
Looking for a crease to the left.
Good game. Hey, we have to give a lot of credit to that Indiana Hoosier defense, right? We had some big plays, and without those big plays, this game was a lot closer. They played great. Let's go Wildcats, though. Come on.
We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Hey, congrats to Dan Honeycutt for getting his first player of the game, but I think that Dooley got robbed from player of the game. He dominated. Matthew Horn, our entire defense deserves player of the game as well, but congrats to Dan Honeycutt. Our team, we came out in the second, scored those points late, and we needed them. 17 points. Our defense pitched a shutout. This isn't baseball. They played a shutout for 3 straight quarters. Indiana only scored on a bad play call from me. I did a cover 3 buzz match. Bad idea. I should have done a cover 4. That's on me. Cover 4, play over top, back them up. I don't know what I was thinking. And Indiana caught us sleeping and made a mistake. I can't blame our secondary for that. That's on me. Indiana drops to 0-3. Now, although we won 27-7, I think we have a lot to improve. Have to figure out when the run game is not open, how can we capitalize? We just kept running it. 32 for 92. They shut us down. Like, that's Indiana overpowering us somehow. We have the best offensive line, in my opinion, in college football, especially with run blocking. We did not look like it today. I don't know what was going on. They sent the house, and they did a lot better job at coverage than I expected, but we beat them deep. 242 passing, we'll take it. But hey, that Indiana defense, they showed up. We lost 1 fumble, but we had 2 fumbles. No interceptions, though. Love to see that. Almost threw an interception at the end, but Steven just threw that just perfectly. And yeah, Dooley had 2 picks, somehow got robbed from player of the game. Time of possession, we dominated. Clock management, dominated. Not a word, right? Okay, Stephen Bullock had a great quarterback rating. What a game. 12 for 15, 242, and 2 touchdowns. So we threw the ball well against a weak secondary. You love that. I mean, wow, I didn't realize how good we were throwing it. Are you kidding me? Stephen Bullock deserved the player of the game, too. That's a great game for the freshman. And then Trayvon Drayton, 18 for 87, a touchdown. He just couldn't hold up. He was getting hurt. His toughness rating is not high enough. I don't think he's going to play he's going to be a running back who's going to have to sit a lot because his wear and tear is too high, and it's unfortunate. But what are you going to do? You know, it's going to be tough to win Heisman unless he just continues to dominate. That's not a Heisman performing game. He did have a touchdown, but that's rough. Danny Honeycutt, 4 for 133 and a touchdown. That's how you play. Now, defensively, our team just absolutely dominated. Robinson had 2 sacks. Matthew Horn had a sack. 2 interceptions to Kelm Dooley. And somehow he did not win player of the game. You know Dooley's upset right now, right? Oh my, but Dan Honeycutt had that electric play, right? I'm going to pause the video, take a couple screenshots. We got recruiting, and we'll take a look at the road ahead. You know, it's still a big win for the team, and we're lucky that Indiana could not get it going offensively, and we're lucky our defensive front won the battle, and we should have, right? We also should have won the offensive battle, and we did not. So our offensive front got beat today, and our fullback, Chris Stacy, who's dominated, got beat. And it's as simple as that. We got the job done. Pass blocking, though, I feel like was not that great, but clearly it was good enough because Stephen Bullock just dominated. I don't know. Maybe I got rid of the ball quickly. Was there offensive? I feel like they really struggled the first half. Offensive line into the second got better, but hey, get your coffee, whatever you're drinking. Cheers, everybody. Let's go. Feels good. Feels good to still win when you're not playing your best football. We should have beat Indiana by 30, though, and we beat them by 20. Can't be too upset, though. Let's look at recruiting. We shouldn't have much to do here, honestly. We shouldn't have much to do whatsoever, and let's just take a look. We are already hard selling here, and we are winning the battle here. Andre, let's go. The elusive back from Baton Rouge, who has 97 speed, right, and 92 acceleration. Really good player. Did Sion Aloha, that's the power back. We are leading the way on. We can't hard sell yet, but we are very close. And 93 speed power back. I don't know. He might actually be the starter. And then we have Zach Kalmalat, maybe is how you say that. I don't know. An athletic power rusher who we're taking down Oregon right now. We don't have enough to hard sell yet, but we're getting close. Did John Latsko? We need to lock in some recruits, right? 99 speed cornerback here, 5-star Jim. Are you kidding me? The speed that we're getting, and we are winning right now, and we have the hard sell. Let's do it. Wow, you talk about an athlete right here, everybody. This is a really good recruit. And let's go ahead and make sure we max out the hours here. Yeah, this will likely be the only Dynasty episode this week. I do want to point that out. If you're watching this video on Saturday, that means it is the only one, right? Because that means there was no one posted on Thursday. That might be how I do it this week. I'm not sure. I might just do this one. If I do it on Thursday, there will be none on Saturday. But I don't know. I don't know. I might just post this on Saturday, and that'll be the one. Now Brock here, we are leading the way as well, and we are so close to being able to hard sell. Love to see it. Eric Akers, and we are already hard selling. That's all we need to do. Theo Kamara. I mean, look at us. Look at this powerhouse of Kentucky. Gerald Burress. These offensive linemen we have coming in, defensive linemen are unstoppable. Now, we might be able to hard sell here because they have a visit scheduled, and we do have to take a look if we have it. Program tradition. What is his championship contender? We know two. It's program tradition and championship contender. So it could be that one right there. It probably is that one. Football influencer. Just got to make sure there's no others that include. Yeah, there's not. Okay, so it's this one, football influencer. So we can hard sell. I love recruiting, and I want a college basketball game so bad now. I think with the success this game has had, I think we'll see it. Probably not till like 2028, but I do think we'll see it. All right, Doug, middle linebacker. This is the middle linebacker with 90 speed. A coverage middle linebacker, which, I mean, we need good coverage middle linebackers. We're already hard selling, and it's going to be a battle here against Miami. Then Andy, the athletic power rusher, who is 84 speed. This is a really good player. Wow, and we can hard sell. We have the perfect hard sell. This is going to be such a good recruit. Andy here. Andy won't start right away, but when he does get to start, if he has good development traits, he's going to be an absolute powerhouse to stop. Good luck trying to stop him. Then we got Cameron Forsett, an athletic scrambling quarterback with 93 speed, 94 acceleration. Obviously, is not going to start anytime soon, but I think we go ahead and soft sell to get a little bit more points. Because we do have the perfect pitch. We got lucky. And once we lock in another recruit, we can spend more hours on them. Might not need to, but... And then Chauncey Fallon, defensive tackle, run stopper. And we are already hard selling. Nothing to change there. Dante Verrett, tight end vertical threat. This is our replacement for Sanders. He'll have a... Hopefully Sanders stays another year, and he should. He'll have a year to train under Sanders as the backup tight end. 6'5", 225 pounds, good speed. Andre Okoronkwo. There's no way I'm saying his name correctly. Now, Penn State's close. Can we hard sell? We can. So we can hard sell. You can tell Penn State is probably already hard selling. Now, does Penn State have better pro potential? Probably. And that's something to consider. That's not ideal, right? It's okay. Let's hope this hard sell does more than we expect. And Isaiah Shorter, this is the 6'4" wide receiver who's got good speed and good jumping. Not the best acceleration, which is not ideal, but still might as well go after him. Let him develop. We don't need a receiver, I know. That's for sure. Wait, we're losing here. Joshua Mayer. Oh, this is one we're not going after heavily, right? Yeah. So it's not a huge deal. Taylor Zentner, defensive tackle, run stopper. Yeah, we need to lock in a recruit so we can open a few more hours for these other guys. It's not a huge deal if we don't get them, though. Honestly. Yeah, it's not a huge deal whatsoever. I mean, this one we've almost locked in. How close are these two? They've got some time. They've got some time. We don't even have the sell ability yet here, so... We could spend less hours on Shorter, though. That's what we probably should do. No, we're already selling them. It's not a huge deal. I'm not too upset to lose this right in. Speed rusher with 85 speed, though, and 85 acceleration is pretty good. Who are we dominating with? This athletic quarterback? We're not even spending a lot of hours on him. Yeah, I don't really want to take hours elsewhere with the 5-star recruits that we have. I think we could take off 10 from this guy, but he's so close to getting in, and he's a really good athlete. But we're going to lose to Ohio State if we're not careful here, especially if they're starting to hard sell. So what we could do for Shorter, he's getting close to committing, though. And yeah, he's going to commit soon if we keep hard selling. Is this going to add, if we add 5, is that going to change anything? It's going to change some. And then we could take off some here for now. And just do like a soft sell and just guess. What's his deal breaker? Proximity to home? Okay, so we already know it has to include pro potential and proximity to home, which I think there's a few that do that. Could be wrong. So there may not be. There's only one? That's awesome. So we can soft sell here. That is awesome. That's huge. Because then we can free out a few more hours here. Yeah, that way we can compete with Ohio State. If we can learn some more motivations and interest here with Joshua, we can lock him in, but we don't have enough yet. Yeah, this recruiting class is going to be amazing. When this is all said and done, this may be the second best recruiting class we've had. The first best is last year. Nothing can compete with Dan Honeycutt, Guerrero, the amount of offensive line and defensive lineman talent we got last year, cornerbacks. You can't beat that. I'll never be able to have another recruiting class like that. A lot of that goes to our elite recruiter, offensive coordinator, who is now the head coach of Iowa. So both defensive coordinator left us the year before, obviously. Andrew Parker dominated with Stanford, but we took him down week 1. Now our offensive coordinator is in Iowa. So maybe we need to always schedule Stanford and Iowa on the schedule. No, not every year. I always like Toledo, Western Kentucky, and I changed that up this year. I removed Toledo, but from here on out, I think what we're going to start doing is always Toledo, Western Kentucky, and Indiana. I think those would be great 3 games before we start conference play. What do you all think? I think that's awesome. I don't really want to change that up. Yeah, Trayvon Drayton is going to move down on the Heisman watch list, I would assume. We don't know. Let's go ahead and advance the time. Maybe we lock in a recruit here. Here we go. Come on. Get a good recruit. Come on. Come on. I love this game so much. I know you all can tell when I'm playing it just how much I'm enjoying it. And look at this. Andre. Last name I don't know how to pronunciate. We'll just call him Andre, right? It's his name. A left guard from Pickerington, Ohio. You love to see it. That's going to free up hours too. So look at this. All of them are first. Amazing. We're an elite recruiter now, which makes a massive difference. Last year was our offensive coordinator. This year it's us. So next up, we go into South Carolina to start Southeastern Conference play. Now, one thing I will say, if our offense plays like it did today, from a running perspective, and we're forced to throw against that secondary, we're going to get beat by 30. And it's in South Carolina, right? We have to play smart. So we've got to find a way to run the ball. I think I need to get more creative. You know, you just keep lining up a power O. If it's not working, you better do some counters. You better change it up, some play action, like mix it up. I should have done a lot more play action that game. That's on me. You know, play action would have worked because they were sending the house and they were looking for the run. And yeah, we took advantage of their weak secondary. If we didn't, we would have lost that game. It's a good thing we took advantage of their weak secondary. They were supposed to have a weak defensive line, but I don't know what happened, but they clearly were the best in college football that week against this Kentucky team. So ranked number 2 going into South Carolina against the 17th-ranked team in the nation, who's 3-1 and 1-0 in the conference right now. They've already played in an SEC game, so we're looking to move them to 1-1 in the conference and 3-2 on the year. It's gonna be a tough one. Now, I don't think this is a team who matches up perfectly against us. Honestly, I think we have too much talent on the roster. So I do still think we can crush South Carolina. We got to play smart, not turn over the football. Our defense can stop anybody. I truly believe that. But yeah, thank you for watching this video to the end. If you got some enjoyment, drop a like, subscribe for more. I will see you in the next video here on the channel. Not sure when the next Dynasty episode will be. Likely next week. Next week it'll resume on the same schedule as always. Wednesday afternoon around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Saturday mornings around 10 a.m. So that is when the Kentucky Dynasty episodes are usually posted, Wednesday and Saturday. This is the only week where you're likely to only see one, but we'll resume the normal schedule next week. And I will see you all in the next video. As always, have a fantastic day, everybody.